Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest surrounded by tall green trees and colorful flowers, lived a brave lion named Ludo. Ludo was the king of the forest, strong and proud. But deep inside, he felt lonely. All the animals respected him, but no one ever came close, because they were scared of his loud roar. One sunny morning, as Ludo walked near a quiet river, he heard a tiny voice crying, "Help! Someone help me!" Ludo followed the sound and found a little fox named Fifi, her leg stuck under a fallen branch. "Don't worry," said Ludo softly, and with one gentle paw, he lifted the branch. Fifi looked up with teary eyes and said, "Thank you. I thought no one would come. Everyone thinks I'm too small to matter." Ludo smiled kindly. Even small hearts can be the bravest. From that day, Ludo and Fifi became best friends. They played by the riverside, shared stories under the stars, and laughed together like no one else in the forest. But one day, a terrible storm came. Trees fell, the river flooded, and Fifi got lost. Ludo roared and searched everywhere, calling her name, not caring if he got wet or tired. He looked for hours, through thunder and lightning. Finally, he found Fifi, cold and shivering inside a hollow tree. "You came for me," she whispered. "Always," Ludo said, wrapping his big warm paw around her. When the storm passed, all the animals saw something special. The strong lion, once feared, was now known as the lion with the gentle heart, and Fifi, the little fox, was the one who showed him how to love. From that day on, everyone in the forest learned that true strength comes from kindness, and even the smallest friend can change the biggest heart. Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest, there lived a rabbit named Ruby and a turtle named Toby. Ruby was very fast. She loved to run, hop, and race with everyone. She would always win and say, "I am the fastest animal in the whole forest." Toby the turtle was slow, but he was kind, patient, and never gave up. He didn't mind being slow because he believed in doing his best. One sunny day, Ruby was showing off again. "No one can ever beat me," she said proudly. Toby smiled and said, "Maybe being fast isn't everything. Let's have a race and find out." All the animals, the squirrel, the fox, the deer, and even the wise old owl, came to watch. They cheered and clapped as Owl stood on a rock and shouted, "Ready, set, go!" Ruby ran as fast as the wind. In just a few seconds, she was far ahead. Toby started moving slowly, step by step, but he kept going without stopping. After a while, Ruby looked behind her. Toby was far, far away. "Ha! That slow turtle will never catch up," she laughed. "I have so much time. I think I'll take a little nap under this shady tree." Ruby curled up and soon fell fast asleep. Toby kept walking slowly. He didn't stop to rest. He didn't stop to talk. He just kept moving toward the finish line, one small step at a time. The sun began to set. The animals were getting excited. "Where's Ruby?" they wondered. Suddenly, Ruby woke up. She stretched and yawned. "Oh no," she cried. "I slept too long." She jumped up and ran as fast as she could, but it was too late. Toby had already crossed the finish line. The animals cheered loudly for the slow and steady turtle. Ruby came huffing and puffing to the end. She felt embarrassed. "I thought being fast was enough," she said sadly. "But I was wrong." Toby smiled kindly and said, "Slow and steady wins the race." Ruby learned an important lesson that day: never be too proud, and always work hard without wasting time.
Whiskers and Shadow were inseparable. Born in the same alley, they spent every moment together, chasing leaves, curling up in the cold, and sharing scraps of food. Whiskers, the bold one, always led their tiny adventures, while Shadow, the timid one, followed with quiet trust. One winter night, a storm raged through the city. The wind howled, and the cold bit through their fur. They huddled together under a broken crate, shivering. When morning came, Whiskers nudged Shadow, but he didn't move. His small body had grown still, his warmth stolen by the cruel night. Whiskers meowed, pawed at him, but Shadow was gone. The alley felt emptier than ever. For days, Whiskers sat beside his friend, waiting for him to wake up. But Shadow never did. Whiskers sat beside Shadow for hours, waiting, hoping. He nudged him, meowed softly, but Shadow never moved. The morning sun bathed the alley in golden light, but it felt cold, emptier than ever. Finally, with a heavy heart, Whiskers stood up. He took one last look at his best friend, then picked up Shadow's small red scarf gently in his mouth. With slow, sorrowful steps, he walked away, the scarf dragging behind him like a fading memory. Days turned into weeks. Whiskers no longer chased leaves or played in the alley. But every night, he curled up under the same wooden crate, holding the scarf close, as if Shadow was still there, watching over him in the quiet whispers of the wind.